the reason why I'm sitting here today is really, to talk about my reasons why I feel like we need to defund the police. When I think about the city's budget, it hurts me to even think about it, that you would take so much away from a community that's already started. I am a community member here because I just inherited my dad's store at 22nd Street. I'm a people person like my dad. He had a grocery business. He fed so many people that was unable to feed themselves or their children. And they would come in and just say, Mr. West, listen, we want this and we need that. And he would just say, hey, go ahead and give it to me when you can. So I kind of adopted that.
I am Angela Baker. I am a recent graduate from Temple University, and I received my master's in social work. I am a lifetime resident of the city of Philadelphia. I am one who fights for justice. I'm a part of CABI, which is a coalition against death by incarceration, which is an organization that supports me in terms of with my loved one, Eric Joseph, who is serving a life sentence currently. But we are fighting together because of injustice, of an injustice system. It's easy to get in trouble, but it's hard to get out. I know that is a lot of other people's story too.
Well, my name is Martha. I'm a carpenter. I'm a union carpenter. I love being a union carpenter. In fact, I encourage women to get into the trade. I had become pregnant at an early age and dropped out of school, which is typical for under-resourced communities. I stumbled upon a charter school by the name of Youth Build Philadelphia. After I graduated, and I attended the Carpenters Union apprenticeship, and thus thrusted me into the world of carpentry. I support the movement to defund the police. I like to call it refunding, to invest in places that people can thrive.
If you give to the poor, then they're no longer poor, right? Whether you're educating them, whether you're giving them the resources that they need in their communities, whatever it is to build them up. If you're invested in keeping them poor, then you're not going to distribute the wealth. That's the problem I think that we have. People want to keep this status quo the way that it is. Because, listen, I believe that there is a direct correlation between poverty and mass incarceration.
Police need their jobs. And their jobs are, it should be to protect, but their jobs are to lock folks up. And I feel like mass incarceration is big business.
We're just putting too many people in prison, and to me, the crime does not fit what they're in there for.
The police are trained to look at Black and brown people differently. I'm personally more afraid of a policeman than I am of a person coming home from prison. I fear policemen. I don't know if I talk too loud, if I talk too soft, if I ask the wrong question. I don't know what's going to happen to me or my children.
The police treat people in my neighborhood, they treat them terrible.
I was driving down Cobb's Creek like maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and there was these 2 young boys, and they weren't doing anything but riding bikes. See the police pull these 2 boys over, and they're asking them for IDs and this and that, and they couldn't have been no more than like 13, 14, and why? Why are you doing this? All they're doing is riding down the street, riding a bike. Would this happen in a white neighborhood?
Black folks in my community has been abused by the police. I have witnessed a Black man walking across the street, minding his own business, going wherever he was going, doing whatever he was doing, not causing any harm, but yet stopped and frisked. We wonder what's going on with our youth, and we wondering all of, why we have such devastation. It's because we are not funding what's needed for growth. Growing up in North Philadelphia around 12th and Susquehanna, It was my recreation center named Penrose that taught me so much. It became a place where my mother, being a single parent, was able to send me every day. It was a recreation center that had a swimming pool that I got on the swimming team, was able to go to different meets, throughout the city of Philadelphia. During those times when the playground was open, everybody was able to feel welcome. However, I can't say that today. A lot of them have closed.
When I was coming up, there were rec centers everywhere, and now in Philly, a lot of rec centers have been closed. Our youth doesn't really have anywhere to go.
The community centers and the church, as a matter of fact, they used to have like day camp. They had arts and crafts that I used to participate in as a young girl. They used to have trips that they would take you on. Why can't my kid have that?
Places that make me happy in my community are schools, community centers, parks, my neighbors. I think people getting to know each other make the community safer because that is relationship. That is structure building. The community garden in my neighborhood was started by students of Strawberry Mansion. And the pride that they took in that, they also take that out in life with them. My community needs mentorship. It needs funding. If we stop funding one punitive entity, the shared resources would definitely overhaul a city.
I see a connection between a lack of resources and more crime. I think that people are resorting to violence when they feel like something is being taken from them or they don't have the means to get the necessities in life. There's a lot of things that they took away, I guess, to give the funds to the police. So I say, take it back.
Put that money where that money should be, where it should go to. It should go to housing, it should go to recreation centers, it should go to libraries, playgrounds.
I think that some of that money can go towards schools and education.
There's no way in the world that a teacher should have to come out of their own pockets to buy supplies to educate the children.
We need more mentors, we need more teachers.
The swimming pools, I think those type of things make the community safer because people have something to do.
Funds that goes back into the community, again, like the schools, like recreation centers, like parks, like education, health system. If we want to change, put the money in the people and you will see a change.
Do I believe spending on the police has made Philly safer? No.
I support the movement to defund the police.
I definitely support the movement to defund the police.
I believe the police budget should be reduced.
That money can be used in so many better ways.
I'm not saying not give the police nothing, but I don't think they need it all. I think they need to spread that money around.
Can we have an honest look and an honest talk about what could impact tomorrow? And then could we take the honest steps to move in that direction? And I'll be the first to volunteer.